Mohammed Hijab. I gave it a little bit time to think about whether I should really respond to you or not, whether I should really take you seriously and give you a response. And in the end, I thought maybe it is not that great of a thing to do. But there is something in me that also just wants to let everything out, that just wants to tell you what I think about you and your little pack. And since you have been a completely arrogant piece of filth over the days, I will be very candid with you. To all those who missed it, Mohammed Hijab uploaded a little video of 6 hours compiling refutations of my work by other Muslim apologists who are very intellectually poor. And he made a compilation of that and attached a 9-minute video of himself addressed at me at the beginning of it. And in that video, he insulted me thoroughly, called my audience sheep, called me a cockroach, made arrogant claims, made weird MMA slogans. Are you a child? And talked about locking eyes and intimidating me. And he went on Twitter and started making fun of my appearance, of my language, of the way I speak. When I was a Muslim, I learned that I am definitely not supposed to do that, because if I make fun of someone's natural appearance, then I'm implying that I'm insulting Allah's creation. That's very basic logic, Mohammed Hijab. And are you kidding me? You are making fun of people's appearances? Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror? You look like a weird broom. You should maybe fix that beard of yours. But I'm sorry, you are not even allowed to fix that beard, right? Is that right, Mohammed Hijab? You are not even allowed to fix that beard. You are supposed to have it that way. You are religiously obligated to have such an ugly, weird beard. You are so deep with your head in this tribalism and loyal to Muhammad from the 7th century, to this crazy person, that you have to have your beard this way. And no one wants to see that, man. No one wants to go out there and see that. And you can't even take care of that because you are obligated to have your beard that way. Because Muhammad disowns you if you shave your beard. And here you are talking about people's appearances and life choices. Are you kidding me? You even say that I was disfluent in the English language. Are you... Yeah, you mean in my third language? Well, I think I'm doing a very good job compared to your entire gang of people who were born in the UK and who can still not put a proper English sentence together. I mean, when you say dumb stuff like that, don't those people around you look at you and think, what about me, man? If I said those people who can't even speak proper English, I would probably be labeled as a hateful bigot who is against immigrants, because you are surrounded by those immigrants who can't speak proper English. Your best friend, your little loyal goblin, Alidawa, I have no idea how he even functions with that brain of his, but he cannot speak proper English. He still doesn't know the difference between woman and women, singular and plural. You idiot. I don't know, I think the shape of my head is quite okay, but maybe I have a weird shape because my parents were cousins, and I wonder who to blame for that. But honestly, let's come to the actual subject matter. So, you challenged me for a debate. You're not really challenging me for a debate. You're calling me names, you're making insults, you're behaving like a child. You are trying to prove that you are the better, bigger man. I didn't even do stuff like that when I was in high school. First off, I'm a grown-up individual. Secondly, I was always smarter than that. I left stuff like that to those people who want to be loyal to their default nature and just be men because they can't be anything better. And it seems like you still go with that. That combined with your sense of being tough for Allah and tough against the enemies of Islam really looks good in public. To your sheepish audience that claps at everything you say, even when you make completely idiotic remarks in a debate.
Surah 33, verse 56 of the Quran, we read, "Surely Allah and His angels pray for the Prophet." So, who is Allah praying to?
I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to have to give you a free Arabic lesson here today. And he's here saying that he prays to the Prophet.
Surely Allah and His angels pray for the Prophet. Allah and His angels pray for the Prophet.
And he's here saying that he prays to the Prophet. And that's why the translators put for, not to the Prophet.
Allah and His angels pray for the Prophet.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen.
They might find that great. They might be impressed by your attitude. I'm not. I just can't suppress my laughter. And that's why I don't even know how to respond to that. I'm sorry. You're acting like a dumb little child. Now, Mohammed Hijab tried to start a smear campaign against me, claiming that I didn't care about Muslim lives, or that I belittled Muslim lives because I made a dumb joke about a year ago. That's very funny because Mohammed Hijab is also an individual who casually makes jokes about the fact that Islam orders to give the infidels 3 choices. Convert to Islam, come to an agreement with the Muslims, preferably be subjugated, or be killed by the Muslims. He made a joke about that, and the thing is, he does agree with that. I don't agree that people should die. I don't agree that people should be killed. But Mohammed Hijab actually agrees with that and casually jokes about that. Mohammed Hijab also believes that in his ideal world, people should be killed for not believing in Islam any longer. So in Mohammed Hijab's ideal world, I would be dead by now. We wouldn't be having this talk. Under his system, I would be executed simply for publicly saying that I don't believe in Islam anymore. Let's not even come to all the criticism that I voice against Islam. In my ideal world, we can sit down and have these discussions. In your ideal world, we massacre and dehumanize each other, as your army of trolls have been doing for the last 2 days. I've received so many messages, so many comments from people, from Muslims who always claim to be morally superior, throwing the most filthy language, the most dehumanizing language, the filthiest attitude you can see in a society at me, including threats. Legitimate threats. What do you think you are doing when you do that? Do you think people will be impressed with you? This is why people think the way they think about Islam. This is why your religion is the least liked religion in the world. And nothing else. Not because people are jealous of your religion. Not because you live such a great life as Muslims. Your attitude is exactly the reason people don't like Islam. This is exactly the reason people have a problem with your ideology, with your attitude, with you. Learn to be a respectable person. Respect other individuals. Respect their choices, their criticism. Respect their existence first. I don't even want to call you human scum, you specifically, Mohammed Hijab, because I don't even consider you human. You are an animal, a caveman. You think people are supposed to be scared of you and be challenged by you? I laugh about you. You know, we as a civilization, as the modern civilization, I'm not speaking of your gang, as modern people, we are going forward. We are looking into the future. We are developing ourselves. We are looking for development, for furthering progress. Meanwhile, people like you are reactionaries. You are those that want to hold everyone back. And I would rather focus on studying for the future and being better, improving ourselves, being good. I wouldn't like to go down to the sewer and fight with dirty rats about whether their way of life or my way of life is better. I would rather leave the filthy rats to themselves and fight each other about filth. I would let them take care of each other. I don't want to waste my time with you, you rat, you dumb rat. That's for having the audacity of calling me a cockroach. I won't waste my time with you. I won't go on a stage and pretend that I'm an MMA fighter. I don't care about your whole Khabib stuff. What is your problem? You are children. You are children. You are not intellectuals. Moreover, why would I be speaking to someone who believes that I should be killed by default? And you know what? You should be glad that we are not in a world as you imagine it, because you are in the United Kingdom, and that wouldn't end very well for you. You have no idea what a debate is. You have no idea how to behave like a human in a debate. All you want to do is mob and harass and be an asshole. Your entire image consists of trying to be a tough guy and little slogans, being a barbaric individual in an intellectual arena. That's because you are a reactionary, and I have no interest in winning your crowds over either. If people agree with me, they agree with letting people live, with being open-minded, with being questioning, with being seekers. If they agree with you, then they agree that we should be sticking to some 7th century lunatic and dehumanize and possibly massacre everyone who has an objection. I couldn't care less about winning those people over. If people are ready to trust you and believe in what you believe, and if they are one day ready enough to be open-minded, to not be humiliated by their culture, by their religion, by their ideology, by their elders, if they are ready to be themselves and to learn and to live a proper life and to think for themselves, then they are welcome to join me, and I will always be friendly to them. I will also be friendly to them if they disagree with me, because I'm not you. That's all the attention I want to give you. Don't further waste my time. I'm busy. I am here every day telling people the realities about Islam. I'm here every day demolishing your religion and telling them why they shouldn't believe in Islam and what's so wrong about this. I'm receiving messages every day from people who thank me because they have questioned and they have found that Islam is not real, but they cannot express their feelings and their thoughts because of people like you, because of the system that you preach, because they are scared, because they would be rejected or possibly persecuted and killed. I am actually doing something for humanity, while you are doing something for a 7th century desert lunatic who had no better idea than to slaughter people over his insanity. And I know it hurts you, Mohammed. I know it hurts you so much that people are leaving Islam, that every day Muslims are becoming less religious and deviant, and they are leaving Islam, which is why your friend and you have said that before so often, and you urge people to donate to your campaign, to save them. You will definitely not save them by acting the way you act. You will only push more people away and do all of us a great service. So thank you for that. Nevertheless, I am flattered by the fact that you and all your Muslim apologists that I can think of are currently focused on me and make talks about me and videos about me and make theories about my mental health and about my motivations and who I am and what I do and this and that. It is just so amazing. While at the same time, you also claim that I was an irrelevant, worthless little individual. I totally see that in a 6-hour video that you compiled about me. If you think I am hurt by that, you must be really stupid. Don't you think, before I started all of this, I didn't take into consideration that I will be threatened and insulted and dehumanized and attacked by so many people, and that they will make the most ridiculous defenses of Islam that we have always heard, that are just so logically devoid, so stupid. And do you really think you will convince the masses? No, Mohammed Hijab. I won't give you what you want. I will focus on my work, and you can keep crying. I don't do this very often, but I want to speak your language for once. There is a nice Turkish saying that fits the situation perfectly right now, which goes, "The dogs bark, but the caravan goes on." You are the dog that barks, in case you couldn't tell. And since you like dogs so much, if you didn't understand that, then here is something else from your primitive worldview, from your primitive language. You are under my feet, Mohammed Hijab. Stop wasting my time. Thanks, everyone. And let's get back to work. Stay away from Islam.